I am the founder of the Feet of Grace Foundation. I'm married to Dr. Peter Olumese. I have two sons, Osemudiame and Ehimeme. First time that we noticed something was amiss was in 1993 April. I went for a training working with UNICEF, Kaduna. I started coughing. The cough won't stop.
It's the grace of God that has kept us.
My doctors proposed that I had to have a cardio-thoracic surgery. I had the surgery June 1993 in UCH. They brought out a cyst. We expected the cough to stop. It didn't. Had my first son in 1994 and had my second son in 1997. In 1998, I had a major relapse. So I returned back home. I was bathing my baby, 1 year old. He just slipped off my hand. It's like it just went flaccid. The boy dropped into the bowl of water. But thanks be to God, I didn't drown my own baby. I had to go to US for a second opinion. The doctors checked me out that the muscles are really going down and that I had a disease of the lung called bronchiectasis, which means the lungs are unable to clear the normal secretions, different medications to manage these two diseases. That was 1999. 2003, my lungs collapsed. They took me to the military hospital and they diagnosed that my lungs had collapsed. I needed to be evacuated. They didn't have the medical facilities to manage it. Drove me to Accra. And 10 hours, I almost with the last breath in me. I was evacuated to Switzerland. June 2003, I was back in the theater again. A second surgery to clear out all the stuff. The scar was on my back and it ran all the way from my back to the front here. So they entered from the back into my lungs. They brought out that tumor. Doctors looked at me and told me that, look, and the only option available was for me to have a lung transplant. It meant that somebody has to give me a set of lungs and the person can't live to give me that. That was a bit, for me, a major. It threw my head a bit. How do you pray? It's for somebody to die so that you can live. It showed me in the Bible where he's written that I will give Ethiopia for your ransom and Serbia for you. I will give men for your sake. April 2013, I got a call. They told me that they are ready for me. I knew, of course, what that meant. I told my husband I would see him again. I didn't see him again until almost 6 weeks later.
Though she was in coma, she couldn't talk to me. Every time I go to see her, I hold her hands, I speak the word of God to her, I spoke life unto her.
Less than 24 hours after the surgery, all my other systems started shutting down. Put me in a heart-lung machine. I went into renal failure. I had to have dialysis.
She was in coma for almost 6 weeks. God gave the strength, gave the courage to know that it would be well.
While I was in coma and there was insufficient blood flow into my hands and into my legs, and therefore they will need to amputate both my hands and my legs. This is the final straw. It was the point of having strong lungs and no hands, no legs. I mean, how much more can one human being take? I was very, very angry. I was pained. I was confused. The Lord said to him that he would give Irene the feet of grace that would take her to places a natural feet cannot take her. Give my husband a lot of peace. If God says he's going to give you a feet of grace, that means he has something in store for us. People will see me walking and they will say that is grace in motion. I had to submit to have my legs amputated. Miraculously, my two storms healed in 2 weeks.
My mom was sick through most of my childhood. She never let it stop her from accomplishing anything that she set her mind to do.
It was tough at times to see my mother in such frail state, the shortness of breath.
Today, I call them the feet of grace. My story is touching lives for good. God has worked it all together for my good and for his glory.